Hello, good morning, all of you. What about the last days? The last day we started the adventures in a banyan tree. We started with the introduction and completed the first paragraph. Could you remember? And completed the works? What we discussed the last class? We discussed about the boy, the banyan tree, that beautiful Dera, everything we described. Yes, could you remember? Then who is the narrator of the story? The boy is the narrator of the story. Through the words of the boys, we can understand about the whole banyan tree and the Dehradun and everything. I think all of you completed the works and be ready for today. Okay, we can read the next paragraph. Please open your book. Okay, start. My first friend and familiar was a small grey squirrel. Arching his back and sniffing into the air, he seemed at first to resent my invasion of his privacy. But when he found that I did not harm myself with a catapult or air gun, he became very friendlier. And when I started leaving him pieces of the cake and the biscuit, he grew bolder and finally became familiar enough to take food from my hands. Before long, he was delving into my pockets and helping himself to whatever he could find. He was a very young squirrel, and his friends and relatives probably thought him headstrong and foolish for trusting a human. Understand anything? Maybe some new words are in it, maybe not much difficult words. First you read it again and write down the new words and find out the meanings. Okay. We can discuss it again. Just read the paragraph. Okay, we can read. My first friend and familiar was a small grey squirrel. The boy says he got a new friend. He is a small friend. He is a small one. Who is that? A squirrel. Who is a squirrel? You noticed a squirrel? A small one. Can see in different colors. Arching shape. 3 lines in his back. And jumped somewhere else from branches to branches and eating nuts and something else. Could you remember? Sure, you've seen. He is a grey squirrel. And arching his back usually and sniffing into the air, he seemed at first to resent my invasion to his privacy. At first, the boy says, the squirrel frightened me because I am a human. He don't know me. Maybe he thought I will harm him, I will kill him, I will take him and put him into a cage. That is why maybe he frightened me. But when he found that I did not arm myself with a catapult or air gun, he became friendlier. Maybe he noticed me. What he watched? No sticks with me, no stone, no air gun, no catapult. Are you familiar with catapult or air gun? Okay, no, don't worry. I will show you the images after this session. Okay. And he watched me. He keenly observed me. No such weapons are with me. Then he became very friendly with me. And when I started giving him or leaving him the cakes, the pieces of cakes and biscuits, he grew bolder. I started to give him something to eat. He grew bolder. He became very attached with me and finally became familiar enough to take food from my hands. Now he has no such worries. Very friendly with me. He can take something from me without getting my permission, without having my permission. Understand it? He described the squirrel. How was the squirrel in the first, and after some more days, what are the changes we can see in the attitude of the squirrel towards the boy. Okay, understand it? We can read the next short paragraph. Before long, he was delving into my pockets. Delving is a new word. Delving into my pockets and helping himself to whatever he could find. He was very young squirrel. Now he can put his hand into my pocket and taking something edible items from my pocket. Everything he can do now. Such thick friends we are now. And the boy says he grew bolder. Yes, they became very thick friends and can take anything without having any permission. He was very young squirrel. The boy says he is a young one, a small one and a beautiful one. And his friends and the relatives, one more thing, notice the sentence. His friends and relatives probably thought him headstrong and foolish. His family members, maybe the squirrel parent, the father and the brother, other relatives of the squirrel think what? He is a foolish one. Why? The family members thought the squirrel is a foolish one. Yeah, he is trusting a human. He is trusting a human being. His parents says, don't believe the human beings, they are cruel. Some weapons are with them. So don't believe them, don't trust them. They will harm you. They will put you in the cage. But the squirrel has never heard their words. Why? Now he can understand, the squirrel can understand the boy. They are very thick friends now. Okay friends, understand everything? The two paragraphs, we completed small 2 paragraphs. Okay, read it again and write down the new words and the meanings. I will show you the clippings of the squirrel, the catapults and everything, and will give you some activities. I will write it on the board. After reading it, you will copy down it. Okay.
Let's see the picture. This is the squirrel, the grey color small squirrel, 3 lines on his back. This is catapult. This is the picture of catapult.
Look here. Read one question. The squirrel grew bolder and began to take food from the boy's hands. I underline the word bolder. The squirrel grew bolder and began to take food from the boy's hands. Underlined. Look here. Underline the word bolder. Bolder is the comparative form of the word bold. And its superlative form is boldest. Bold, bolder and boldest. The question is, can you find out such words from the passage? Write down their positive, comparative and superlative forms. A simple activity. And don't forget to write the new words and its meanings. That's all for our today's session. We can stop it here, and after completing the work, just read next 2 paragraphs. Don't forget to write down and prepare the meanings. Okay, thank you.